We're live here on the Northstar Network, streaming on YouTube. I'm Joey Cox, your play-by-play commentator, joined alongside my co-commentator and our camera operator for tonight's matchup, Killian Heffron. Thank you so much for joining us. So we're getting our starting lineups for both teams in a moment here, as we'll give you the starting lineups here on the Northstar Network. Brennan Tyler, number 2, starting. Myjon McDowell-Reed, Aiden Stevens, Braden Dems, and Shepard Polos. And for the visiting Utica Proctor Raiders, you got Marcello Moorhand, Joshawn Henderson, Rosier DeVos, DeQuan Lanier. I just started going down the rosters there for a second. Actually, it's Yasin Mohammed and George Garrett. So those are your starters there for Utica Proctors. We get our opening face-off. Tip-off. Stuck in hockey. I just watched hockey last night. As good rebound by Stevens. And we get an early jump ball. So it's going to go in Utica Proctor's direction.
Well, Joey, coming into tonight, you got two teams with losing records on the year. Utica Proctor sitting at 5-6, CNS at 5-7. Going to be a big opportunity for both these teams here to try to assert themselves into the higher reaches of Class AAA. Yeah,
Northstar struggling in SCAC Metro, 1-5. So they've had their fair share of struggles here this season, as just steps out of bounds. It's Yasin Mohammed. Here coming the other direction is Brennan Tyler. Gets that over to Stevens. Stevens, midcourt. He holds. Back to McDowell-Reed. He charges forward. Kicks that back out for Polos. Polos hands it off to Reed. Reed surveys. Pushes his way forward, kicks it out for Stevens. Stevens, the leader for points here for the North Stars. Back to Stevens, wanted to shoot 3, takes it down. The paint himself, kicks it back out, pulls the trigger. It's Brennan Tyler for 3. Brennan Tyler opens up the scoring and knocks down a 3-pointer for the North Stars. That one, North Stars looking to get the rebound. It's going to be out of bounds on Shepard Polos. Zips that one in. He fights forward. Tries to get it up, but it's short. So North Stars here with the rebound on transition. That's going to be a good transition bucket for the North Stars. It's Braden Dems, starting quarterback for the North Stars this fall, and here in the starting lineup for boys basketball. Brendan Tyler may also sound like a familiar name for football, as that one tipped by Dems when Braden Dems was injured a couple years ago. Brendan Tyler took over that starting position, and this year he decided not to play football to focus on basketball. I actually know his dad pretty well. He sold me my car, and my mom knows him very well from her work. She works with cars and stuff at the auction at Odessa. Brian Tyler frequents there to get his cars. He's going to stick with the North Stars. It's poked out of bounds by Joshawn Henderson. Tyler looking for somebody. Stevens gets some space. Now he comes the other way. Stevens does a little bit of a spin. Gets that one off a wide open 3. Good transition defense there from Joshawn Henderson as he got in on the coverage there of Myjon McDowell-Reed, as that one's off the mark. And now coming the other direction, it's Marcello Moorhand to get Utica Proctor on the board. Here comes Stevens the other way. Kicks it out. Tyler is going to charge the paint. Kicks it out once more, this time off the mark for Shepherd Polos. Larry Nesci, he was the story earlier in the season. Now he's not in the starting lineup here today. See him on the bench there, but he's had a little bit of a drought here. He was known for his three-pointers earlier in the season, but he hasn't knocked one down since the 27th of December last year. So Nesci been a little bit quiet, though he hasn't been scoring a ton out of the starting lineup here today. Henderson knocks one down, and here comes Myja McDowell-Reed the other direction. Tyler, he's going to kick that one out. Polos right around the arc. He drives and one here for McDowell-Reed.
Yeah, well, Joey, it looks like Proctor kind of got caught chasing there. As the North Stars passed that ball around the arc, none of them were really able to read where it was going. They got caught chasing. It's going to result in that foul for the N1.
Here comes two shots for Myja McDowell-Reed. Leads the team in both assists and steals per game. As that one is knocked down. One for one here. It's a 6-4 ball game in favor of the North Stars. McDowell-Reed drains both of them. He's got 2 points so far here tonight, and he extends their lead to 3, though Utica Proctor comes right back the other direction. It's Daquan Lanier to cut the deficit to just 1 point. Very quick scoring here for Utica Proctor on the last 2 possessions, and this time it's Stevens who's going to go to the line for 2. Leads the North Stars in points per game with 10. Used to be Brennan Tyler, though he's decreased a little bit over his last few weeks to 9.1 points per game for Tyler here. Stevens looks for his first points of the game. Flicking a swish to knock down the first one. But yeah, you were talking about it, Killian. It's kind of a battle of the losing teams here. 5 and 6 for Utica Proctor, and 5 and 7 for the North Stars. But North Stars, they've been in sectionals. I don't know how many straight years they've been in. They've gone to the final too. That's been the story for them too. So we'll see if the North Stars can climb back at the back half of the season and push for a sectional run here.
Well, obviously, Joey, last year they had that loss to Bishop Ludden in the semifinal. We were both there present at that game, and it was a really hard-fought battle by both squads. Eventually, Bishop Ludden were able to use their star power to get ahead. But I'd expect the North Stars to, as we get closer to sectionals here, kind of grit down and get more into that sectional playoff mentality.
So Stevens with the foul there. Our officials for tonight's game, Fred Bragg, Chris Tamino, and Trevor Bacon. Out there making the calls, and foul on Stevens leads to the first one being knocked down by Giovanni Santalucia. Santalucia knocks down the first. The second can't go. So it's still a 1-point lead here for the North Stars. As a great dish from McDowell-Reed as an easy under the bucket 2 for Tyler, as he's got 5 points here tonight. And another response there for Utica Proctor. They're not going away quickly here.
Both teams with a strong transition game early on here in this one. We'll see if they're both able to continue that, but so far they've both been able to punish their opponent on those rushes.
Stevens tries to drive the lane, kicks that one out, pulls the trigger off the mark there for Stevens. Pulls it once more, can't get it to go. Yeah, like you're saying, Killian, both doing great transition offense It's that falling jumper there off the back of the rim. Stevens. Surveys. He decides to turn and shoot himself to the right of the bucket. Not going to go. Other way, and that's going to be a foul there on Dems. But, you know, Killian, it makes sense why Myja McDowell-Reed is the leading assister, if you will, for the North Stars, leading in 5.8 assists per game. It was evident right there in that play. We saw a little bit ago, just now having a stop to make that analysis there. But McDowell-Reed, just an excellent pass down low for Brendan Tyler. So the first one knocked down by Daquan Lanier. Tries to take their first lead of the game for Utica Proctor. Can't get it to go. So rebound trailed here by Nadarin Carter, who comes into the game. Over to Stevens. Stevens does a little bit of a Euro step. Stuttered as he threw, as he shot, and that one not going to fall down. Gets the rebound. 2 back-to-back misses there. They're going to keep it in, but Larry Neshy is there to pick it off. McDowell-Reed with speed. Kicks it out. Tyler, wide open 3. He buries it. Brennan Tyler, 8 points. And he's on fire. That one, a little bit of a wraparound, and it's not going to fall. Gets the rebound. McDowell-Reed moving quickly, and that's going to be a foul. So here comes Brennan Tyler for the inbound. Throws that in. Marineshi wanted to shoot for 3, as got a little bit tied up there. It's going to go out on Utica Proctor. And we're going to get a timeout here. So, Raiders and Coach Carvon Brazier are going to talk things over here, as North Star is also going to take a moment. We'll be back in just a few. Welcome you back here to the Northstar Network, streaming on YouTube. Joey Cox, thank you so much for joining us here. As baseline throw in there for Tyler. Here's Stevens. He turns, kicks it out to Carter. Carter nowhere to go. Here's McDowell-Reed, back over to Carter. Carter top of the key. He gets it over to Neshy. Neshy to Tyler. Tyler to Carter. Carter back to Neshy. That one is tipped, so Neshy gonna reset here. Double teamed. Kicks that one out. McDowell-Reed, he shoots for 3 off the front of the rim.
Well, Joey, North Stars might have telegraphed that pass a little too much. That's a good read by Proctor there to get in the way of that, knock it back, and disrupt the North Star momentum.
It's gonna stay with Utica Proctor. Here's a baseline throw-in for Rozier DeVos. DeVos surveying his options. To the corner. DeVos. Back up. Here comes McDowell-Reed on transition. He stops on a dime, gets it to Neshy, who can't get it to go. turns, he shoots. That one off the mark. Under a minute left to go. Just about 30 seconds. Here's Stevens. Neshi. McDowell Reed. Turns, top of the key. Here's Stevens. Stevens gets it in for Carter. He's going to fight for it. Gets it over to Neshi. It's pop free. There goes Stevens. That one almost rolls in. Great rebound by McDowell Reed. He looks again. Stevens. 13 seconds left. Shot clock is off. Stevens, a handoff for Tyler. Carter gets the screen. There's Neshi for three. Oh, man. Hasn't been able to get him to go. It's a mouthful, and one last ditch effort for Proctor to try to tie it up, and it's not going to fall down. So 13-10 North Stars after the first, and we're having some technical difficulties, so we may cut out for just a moment. Stick with us. We'll be back up and running in this second. Welcome you back. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Still a lead here for the North Stars by 4 now. Looking to make it a one-possession game. He does. It's Yasin Mohammed. So 16-13 North Stars, and Brennan Tyler, while we were away, he drained a three. Fortunately, we didn't catch it here due to our technical difficulties. We apologize. Well, maybe you can catch that one. Tyler off the mark. Gets that over to Polos. They exchange passes. There we go. Another one. Down low, baseline. And it's an easy bucket for Shepard Polos. Five-point lead here for the North Stars, up 18-13. That's going to be a jump ball called by our refs for the evening. It's Fred Bragg, Chris Tomino, and Trevor Bacon. So it's sticking here with the Raiders. Baseline. Inbound here for Wyatt Robinson. Robinson surveys his options. He's going to go long. Beyond the arc, it's Marcello Morhan. He holds. 30 seconds on the shot clock, plenty of time. Waiting for his teammates to get some movement here. Kicks it out. Marcello, he gets fouled. And he's going to go to the line for three. One of the rare three-point fouls you see here. Killian, it comes early on in this one. So 2 fouls here for the North Stars. 1 for the Raiders. 18-13. Got a chance at a three-point play. He misses the first one. So chance here to still make it a one-possession game, though plenty of time left. Still here in the second period, 5:52. So Moorhan misses both of his first ones. He's got one left. Moorhan looking to make his third. He does. 1 for 3 on that one. As it's still a 2-possession game for the North Stars. Here comes Polos the other direction. He does a quick stop and move. Neshi kicks that one out. Polos for 3. He buries it. Shepard Polos. 5 points for him tonight. And he knocks down a 3 for the North Stars. Proctor looking for a response. Moorhan tries to feed that one through, but it's picked off by the North Stars. Here comes McDowell Reed the other direction. Does a little stutter step. A little pump fake there for Polos. Little bounce pass. Look at that. What a sequence for the North Stars as Dems knocks it down for 2.
North Stars starting to take control of this game. Got the lead up to 9. Playing strong defensively, too. Only points they've allowed recently were off of those foul shots.
Dials up the 3. That one falls short. Gets the rebound. Can that one trickle in? No. Wow. Hanging in suspense there, Killian. So here comes McDowell Reed. Moving quickly, sets the screen. Bada bing! It's 3 for Polos. Back-to-back 3-pointers for him, and it forces Utica Proctor to take a timeout. So we'll be back in just a moment. Coach Carvon Brazier talking things over. Welcome you back here to the Northstar Network, streaming on YouTube. I'm Joey Cox, your play-by-play commentator, joined alongside Killian Heffron, our color commentator and camera operator for tonight. Of course, as always, we got Jordan Piotrowski here. He's filling in for Alex All right, sorry for our slew of technical difficulties. We're working through it here. 12-point lead here with 2:56 left in the second quarter. If you missed that call earlier, Shepard-Polos had his third consecutive three-pointer. So he's got 11 here, and one for Tyler.
Well, Joey, Northstar's just seeming to begin to pull away here.
Yeah.
Proctor doesn't really have an answer. This league keeps growing.
And we were worried. Well, I was worried a little bit just because, 5-7. Northstar has been struggling a little bit this season, but so is Proctor. But honestly, Northstar's doing a great job handling him here. They beat him 73-60 earlier last season. Then they did lose to them same season earlier in the season, 12-29. So they were 1-1 record against them last season. They look to start things off 1-0 this season. Great effort there for Utica Proctor to get the rebound. It's Lanier. Lanier's going to hand that one off to Moorhan feeds that one. That one off the mark for Montanez. Here's Tyler. Neshi thought about it. Move around, does a little bit of a spin. A little bit of a Euro step. That one nearly trickles in. Great extra effort and rebound from Dems. And he knocks down two. Dems, he's got 6 here today.
Northstars have now doubled Proctor's point total. You got to imagine if you're Utica, this is the possession here. You want to start turning things around. And it starts with that one right there.
Definitely. Lanier knocks 2 down for the Raiders, and they've cut the deficit a little bit, down to 15. DeViro sips that one to Tyler. Tyler gets it inside. Back out, here's Neshi. Oh, that one rings out. It's like Neshi's under a curse or something. DeViro as we get a timeout. So first timeout taken here by Coach Kyle Martin. We'll see what changes they can make, as they do have a large lead here, 15, 34-19 North Stars. Welcome you back here to the Northstar Network, streaming live on YouTube. I'm Joey Cox, your play-by-play commentator, joined alongside Killian Heffron. Thank you so much for joining us. As here is Neshi, kicks that one out to DeViro. He thought about it. A little bit of a pump fake. He turns around and shoots that one off the front of the rim, off the mark. Oh, Neshi pops that one free. Lanier back with it. Here's Moorhand. Moorhand, he turns. Wants to shoot from beyond the arc. Drives the paint. Nearly an and one for Wyatt Robinson. But he can't get it to go. Two shots to cut this deficit here, potentially down to 13. That one, flicking a swish for Wyatt Robinson. 1 for 1 here at the line. 14-point lead here, 47.5 seconds left until halftime. And Utica Proctor in the bonus. North Star's getting a little bit iffy here on the penalties. They need to clean it up a little bit. Just don't want to foul, obviously, before they get the reset after half. So Utica Proctor had some struggles from the line.
Well, Joey, if you're Coach Martin here, you got to be pretty pleased with the effort you've seen so far.
Yeah.
Northstars, they've been able to explode offensively in this game so far, and they're really taking it to Utica.
Nessie, he turns, he shoots. That one rolls off the front of the rim.
And especially in this second quarter, they've played really dominant offensively. I'd imagine he's going to be pretty happy going into halftime.
Yeah.
And he'll make adjustments as needed to really close this one out.
Clock winding down, under 5. He's got to shoot. He does. Nearly knocks it down. Can't get the shot off in time. Wouldn't have mattered. As Jashwan Henderson can't make the final shot before half. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes here on the Northstar Network. CNS leads by 14, 34-20 your score. Go.
Okay.
Welcome you back here to the Northstar Network, streaming live on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us and sticking with us through all of our technical difficulties we've been experiencing. As here comes the North Stars with a 14-point lead in the third quarter. McDowell Reed steps back.
Well, Joey,
Stevens in the corner.
Sorry about that, Joey.
You're good.
Well, to me, the story of that first half was the North Stars' ability to pull ahead there in that second quarter. And as I say that,
as a quick bucket, yeah.
As I say that, Proctor's going to pull the deficit a little tighter. But the North Stars were able to pull ahead in the second quarter, really take control of the game. I expect CNS to continue to try to bury points and get Proctor into a position where they don't present much of a threat. By the end of the third quarter.
He's double teamed. Kicks it out. Tyler pulls the trigger. Just rings out. Speaking of Tyler, leads the team in points right now, 14 in the first half alone. So he's looking to add on to that total. And then Shepard Polos, due to his 3 straight three-pointers, he sits at 11, just behind Tyler. So that one out of bounds on the North Stars. It's the Raiders now. Just does a little bit of a stutter step, throws it up, and it's no good for Moorhand. Here comes Stevens and the North Stars the other way. Stevens stops on a dime. Surveys. Stevens wanted to shoot. This time it's Polos. Oh, nearly 4 straight threes for him. Proctor doing good on transition. That one just a little bit overthrown. Could have been a great transition bucket, but that's George Garrett who just sorry for all of our technical difficulties. You may hear some audio discrepancies as well, as we're having problems with that too. It's only coming through mono on the right, so you may, if you're listening on TV, you may only hear it on the right side of the TV. If you're got your headphones in, you might only hear it in your right headphone. So sorry about all of our we got some sort of curse here today or something on the broadcast. Everything's going wrong. Anyways, here comes Carter Jr. Quickly the other direction. Stevens turns, makes some moves, gathers, and Carter with the rebound and one.
Well, Joey, everything might be going wrong on the broadcast, but the exact opposite going on the court for the North Stars right now.
Everything going right.
They're on a huge run, and Proctor just does not have an answer. Firmly in control of this game here, up by 16 with 3:40 to go in the third quarter.
And Tyler had a huge 3 just a few moments ago to give him his 17th point here this evening. Fortunately, that was missed as we've, again, been having all these technical difficulties. The 3-point play is complete for Carter. So he's got 3 here. Slowly the other direction, it's Moorhand. Kazir. Moorhand. Back over to DeVos. DeVos from the corner. Stevens tries to poke it free. And there's going to be a foul there. Stevens with the reach in. 3 fouls already here in this third. North Star's got to be careful. Moorhand top of the key. He shoots from the corner, near the corner there. Deep three for Stevens. It's off the mark. Carter Jr. tries to keep it in, but hands it right back to the Raiders. Here's a transition bucket. That one off the mark, but Raiders hold. Moorhan takes his time. Tries to get that one inside, and Carter picks it off. Coming the other direction. Little bounce pass to Polos. Polos back over to Tyler. Tyler. Neshi. Neshi back to Polos. He's got a wide open three. Oh, man. Unlucky bounce. And here comes Proctor the other direction. And it's Santa Lucia for two. Here's Neshi. Midcourt, it's Polos. Polos, he looks. Back over to Neshi. Stevens, top of the key. Bounces that to Tyler. Tyler drives down the lane, kicks that one out. Now Neshi. Stevens, he's got a corner three, pulls the trigger, dials it up, and that one is pure. Here comes Proctor the other direction, and an and one. Chance at a three-point play as Raiders look for a response. Well, that was a crazy sequence right there, Killian.
Yeah, physical play by the North Stars there down low. Hard landing there for the Proctor player. He was able to get back up on his feet all right, but you could definitely hear that impact when he hit the ground.
Yeah.
Fortunate to be okay.
So here comes that's the North Stars Henderson here for Proctor to go to the line. And the three-point play is complete. Still a 15-point comfortable lead here for the North Stars. Transition. Dems. Neshi. Top of the key, it's Tyler. He's got a wide open three. Bada bing! It's cash money for Brennan Tyler. He's got himself a night, 20 points.
North Stars now their largest lead of the day, 18. And that is right back down to 16.
As Henderson, he's got himself a night as well, coming up with answers. Neshi lost it, and it's back to the Raiders. Looking to close that deficit. Here's a wide open three off of the screen as Wyatt Robinson, the third, knocks it down. Oh, no look pass. Neshi, open three. There we go. Lets it fly. Nothing but Nesh for Neshi. Joe Canella, one of our own, coming up with that one. As Larry Neshi has snapped his three-point streak. His three-point drought, I should say. Apologies.
Well, Joe, you give someone like Neshi enough time like that, he's going to drain that 10 times out of 10.
Yeah.
Plenty of space, plenty of time, able to easily knock that three down.
Yeah.
That's a big momentum booster for him.
Carter. He's fouled. Here comes Tyler. Baseline inbound. Neshi at the top of the key. Gets that one. The low poster. It's up. Good. And a chance for a three-point play. It's Dems. Great little Euro step and low post layup there for Dems as he's fighting through the foul. Knocks it down and chance for three. Nothing but net. Flicking a swish for Dems. And the three-point play is complete. That's great defense by the North Stars. It is out of bounds on them, but stop a momentum here, and 1 second left in the third quarter.
Big quarter here for CNS, Joey. Been able to expand on that lead they came into the second half with.
Gonna have to shoot quick. He gets it off, but it's off the mark. Didn't have enough time to set and properly shoot, and that does it for the third. We'll be back for the fourth quarter as the North Stars lead this one by nearly 20. 19-point lead for the North Stars, 58-39. We'll be back. All right, we apologize for all of the technical difficulties we've been having. It's definitely been a process here. So the North Stars, luckily we were able to keep some of the stream up and going, and the scoreboard up. So we're gonna at least be able to keep up with the game. So stick with you here. So we've been trying to fix them. I haven't really been paying attention to the game here, but it's been fully dominated here by the North Stars. So the North Stars look to keep it going as we get a turnover. We got a lot of backups out there as well for the North Stars. Ashton Miller, Caden Antoine, Tom DeViro back out there. As tries to knock down that three is Ashton Miller. It comes up short. Also got Diesel Hall out there as well. He's played a couple games, just hasn't registered any stats. Kicks that one out. Driving, North Stars try to take it away. There's also Brady Oswald out there as well. Back to the corner. Up top. That's a deep three. Off the mark by Eldar Karich. Comes down to veer the other direction, looking for his first points. Can't get it to go. Oswald tries to get it to go as well. Off the mark. Kicks that one out. Here's an open three. And that one's pure. Ashton Miller lets that one fly. And with the shot clock off and 15 seconds, don't think the North Stars are going to score anymore. Yeah, he's just going to let the clock roll out. All right, that's going to do it here on the Northstar Network. Thank you so much for joining us. Sorry for all the technical difficulties. We were working through them, but that just about does it. North Stars with a dominating victory after leading it for most of the game. They're going to walk away with the victory 80-53. Again, thank you so much for joining us. As always, a huge thank you to all of our staff here at CNS, our PA announcer, Daryl White, our shot clock operator, Mark Vanette, Chris Pilata, our scoreboard operator. Of course, as always, a huge thank you to our athletic director, Tim Bednarski, our athletic trainer, Katie Clark, and our facility manager, Joe Howell. Again, huge thank you to our crew here. Jordan Piotrowski, our producer, our camera operator, and my co-commentator, Killian Heffron. I'm Joey Cox saying so long from CNS.